Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session in the Alpha Wolf Guide to Psychological Engineering. And this session will continue on from yesterday, where we were understanding the three different sort of aspects of psychological engineering, the 4 dimensions of self, the 5 aspects of experience, and the 6 pillars or foundational pillars of psychological engineering. So today we're going to look at understanding in depth the 4 dimensions of self. So if we understand what we mean by the 4 dimensions of self, we mean the 4 dimensions or planes in which the self experiences reality. Okay, the conscious mind, my logical processing of what I see, of what I feel, of what I smell, my unconscious mind, my emotions, my memory, all of the sum total of my experience exists within my unconscious mind. And then there's my heart or my body. Do you sort of get it? The frequency of my heart, the biochemical states and alterations of biochemical states within my body. Do you sort of get it? And then we have the conscious awareness. So understand the conscious awareness is different, is separate from my conscious mind and my unconscious mind, but it exists within them and outside of them simultaneously. My conscious awareness is the dimension of my consciousness that is entangled to the it's the dimension of my consciousness that is the source for the frequency of consciousness. So consciousness, the collective consciousness, is a frequency. Through our unconscious mind, in our quantum realm, we have quantum microtubuli. These are antennae. Okay, they're antennae that pick up the frequency of consciousness, and then through acts of quantum randomness, as consciousness, the frequency travels through the quantum microtubuli, it becomes a singular consciousness. But that singular consciousness is still linked to the overall collective frequency of consciousness. So this is the dimension of you that you can use to access the collective consciousness that is life, that is the universe, that is reality. This is the dimension where you can recreate reality from, because you can interact with literally the frequency of anything around you, because that frequency exists within the collective consciousness, the collective frequency. Do you sort of get it? Everything is consciousness. Consciousness is simply the transference of energy. So however energy can transfer, that is consciousness. Because I'll tell you this, you think your thoughts are consciousness, what are your thoughts but the transference of energy? Do you sort of get it? Like, there's no computer up here, there's no files being saved, there's energy moving around in a synaptic pathway. Do you sort of get it? Like, realize that. So just understand, when we're talking about understanding the four dimensions of self within psychological engineering, what we're understanding is the 4 different dimensions or planes that I can influence and interact with life. Do you sort of get it? And by me aligning them to what I desire in life, I am now creating a unified frequency of all I desire in life. My mind isn't desiring love, and my emotions are fearful of all the past trauma and living in the past trauma. Do you sort of get it? My mind isn't seeking peace, and my body is stuck in states of stress and states of anxiety. Do you sort of get it? If my mind wants peace, my body's at peace. Do you sort of get it? If my mind wants peace, my heart is broadcasting peace, so those around me feel peace. Do you sort of get it? Like, understand there are different accesses. So my conscious mind is the structural engineer of my reality and experience within reality. My unconscious mind is the systems operator, the processing ability. Everything functions through my unconscious mind. Realize this, without the unconscious mind having a separated individual conscious identity within the identity of self, you would not be able to imagine, because for you to imagine or dream would stop your heart beating. Do you sort of get it? If you died in a dream, you would die in real life. Like, do you sort of get it? Start to realize this shit, because it's pretty fucking important, eh? So realize this, your unconscious mind operates everything. You think your conscious ego is fucking powerful, mate? Your conscious ego is a bitch. And I say that with all of the happiness and joy within this life, because I know it's true. And should you come for me, you're a bitch. Just know that. Like, because you're in your ego, and your ego is less than 10% of your unconscious mind's processing ability. And just understand this, I exist within both simultaneously, because I understand how to through psychological engineering. So just understand that. Do you sort of get it? I don't have to worry about how I'm going to defend myself in a fight. My unconscious mind has already memorized multiple martial arts. Do you sort of get it? Multiple different disciplines of combat. My unconscious mind has a cache of hundreds of thousands of hours of research into war, combat, all these different things. My conscious mind, mate, it struggles remembering 2 or 3 of them. So just understand, should you fight me, my instincts, it's just instinct. I don't have to think about how I'm going to hurt you. I just know it inside of myself. Do you sort of get it? Because it's an unconscious process. Do you sort of get it? So just understand that. That's how when Bruce Lee said, flow like water, that's what he meant. That I'm not consciously trying to fight. I am unconsciously just reacting in milliseconds to whatever is presented in front of me. Realize this, in psychological engineering and the 4 dimensions of self, your heart is the broadcasting and receiving frequency. So your heart determines your internal state of being and sort of controls biochemical responses, controls emotional states, can even control how you think. So your heart and mind can be at war. Your heart, you could have a head over heart decision or a heart over head decision. Do you sort of get it? So realize that, but your heart is really important because it's a way to energetically connect to other frequencies. So your heart is the way in which you can access, because think about it like this, conscious thought and the beating of your heart or the frequency broadcast of your heart are both quantum states of potential. Within every beat of your heart, there is a potential of every feeling or emotion that you could ever feel within your heart exists simultaneously, and the one you choose becomes the feeling you feel within your heart. Psychological engineering is just understanding this and then just choosing. If I say I want love in life, like, I'm not going to walk around thinking about hurting people, wanting to hurt people. I'm not going to have hate in my heart. I let go to hate because it's not what I want. It's not in alignment. Do you sort of get it? And then we start to understand, once I have my conscious mind, that is the ability to create structures, not the guy that's in charge. I then have my unconscious mind as the systems operator, the one doing all the heavy lifting, and I have my heart set to broadcasting my internal frequency out. And that's how I magnetize what I want towards me. And then I just understand my higher consciousness, okay, is the dimensional aspect of self that I can step into to separate myself from my conscious mind, my unconscious mind, and my heart. So should I want to access things outside of myself, I am able to do that through the higher consciousness. Do you sort of get it? So think about it like this. You can be the axe, or you can be the axe cutter. Or not the axe cutter, but the wood cutter. Do you sort of get it? The axe man, whatever you want to call it. So like, I can be my conscious mind, and that means for me to sharpen my mind requires an external force, because I can't sharpen it myself, because I am the tool. Same with the unconscious mind, same with the heart. The higher consciousness, however, has the ability as the axe cutter. Have you not experienced this? Being able to step outside of yourself and see things from an external perspective. Your higher consciousness is that ability for you to see perspectives outside of your conscious and unconscious mind. It allows you to access dimensions outside of this physical form. So realize, should I want to improve this physical form? Should I want to improve this mind? Like, I can be the axe, the body and the mind, or I can be the higher consciousness, like the axe or the wood cutter. Like, do you sort of get it? If I am the higher consciousness, it is fucking effortless to sharpen the axe. If I am the axe, I have to wait to be sharpened. And that's the important thing to realize. Psychological engineering is simply just sharpening your mind for yourself, because of yourself. Do you sort of get it? Not being limited to other people. So motherfucker, should I want to feel love in life? Like, I am the fucking giver and receiver of the love I want to feel. I'm not waiting for someone else to give me love, because it's a fucking ridiculous illusion. I am not the love. I am the one who gives and receives the love. Do you sort of get it? I'm not identifying with the emotion. I'm identifying with the states of being. Should I want success, I am the one that gives and receives my success. So I set tasks, and then when I achieve tasks, I give myself rewards. Like, what the fuck, mate? You think I need you to jerk me off just so I can feel good about what I do in my business? Like, do you sort of get it? I don't need you to come up here and fucking, you're an amazing person. Motherfucker, I set that goal and I had predetermined the rewards I was giving myself for it. Do you sort of get it? It's a funny thing, because to the 99% who seek to compete with me, you can't compete with me because we're playing different fucking games. Do you get it? You're playing the game of trying to be successful in other people's eyes. Motherfucker, I've already received all the success I could ever want, desire, or wish for from myself. Like, I don't really need you. Like, what are you going to do? Do you fucking understand psychological engineering? Do you understand consciousness? Do you understand God? Do you understand the universe? Like, have you got anything that you can add to me that is valuable enough for me to give a fuck about your opinion? Do you sort of get it? And unfortunately, to the 99%, you don't. That's just the sad, honest truth, because you're egotistical fuckers. So don't be an egotistical fucker. Drop the ego and realize psychological engineering. The ego, the conscious mind, ain't the guy in charge. The higher consciousness is, because the higher consciousness is the only one that can see all dimensions of reality. The conscious mind can only see the system, structures, and meanings that it wants or that it needs to make sense in the environment. The unconscious mind has no access to logic and reason. That guy shouldn't be in charge. He's fucking wild. Do you sort of get it? He runs wild, rampant with emotions and memories and things like that. So if you're controlled by your emotions or your memories, you're a very volatile person. You're controlled by your heart, well, you don't have access to logic and reason. Do you sort of get it? So just realize, psychological engineering, it is a very, very powerful way of being and a powerful tool, and it's a fucking 1,000-year legacy that I'm building. So just realize that if you ever want to compete with me, you got to be able to compete for 1,000 years, and that's fucking power.